Good morning. Namaste. I'm here to be real, and I'm having a really rough day today. A little bit of anxiety and stress. And to be honest, my shoulders were hiking up to my ears, having a hard time breathing. And yes, I'm a yoga teacher, so I am supposed to be the perfect role model for dealing with stress and anxiety, right? But the truth is, everybody goes through this. And yoga is truly, for me, the best tool for dealing with the ups and downs of everyday life. And I would like to share that experience with you. So maybe you're watching me live, or perhaps you're watching this after. I am here at my home, and I'm encouraging you to grab yourself a blanket, perhaps some blocks, and get ready for some great breath and meditation and mindful movement to help relieve that stress and strain, and hopefully give yourself some peace and ease in your heart, in your mind, and throughout your beautiful body, which really is a chapel. And it holds our souls, which are pure and perfect, boundless, limitless, ever free. And that is true no matter what life and the world throw at you. So hopefully you've got your doctor's okay to do this or any other exercise program. And always, when you are dealing with any kind of issues, whether they're physical, mental, emotional, social, work within your bounds. We all have limits, and sometimes we want to charge through those boundaries and limits and say, oh, there are none. But especially when you're already feeling stressed and anxious, it's very important that we maintain those boundaries and always listen to your intuitive self. And that means listening to what's going on here in your third eye, your intuition, here in your heart, where I'm hoping that you place compassion, love, and forgiveness first and foremost for your own self. And then listening to your gut instinct. Your gut, because it's connected to your brain through the vagus nerve, really can tell you when you've gone a little too far. And today, like I said, I'm feeling a little at my wit's end, and my stomach starts feeling really knotted and nauseous and uncomfortable. So I'm here to guide you through a beautiful practice full of love and compassion. So when you're ready, stop this, and hopefully you are ready now. Grab yourself a nice, comfortable surface to work on. We're going to start, first of all, seated. So I do have blocks and a blanket underneath me so that my hips and knees are in line. We don't want to cause even more stress to our bodies. So if you find that your knees are up here, grab yourself some cushioning so that this can be an easy area of ease, okay? Our prana, the life force, is centered here, and if we're constricted, then that prana cannot move throughout our body, and again, adding to the stress and anxiety versus limiting it. So grab yourself some support, sit up in an easy sitting position, legs crossed easily. We're not trying to tighten anything up. And I need to really kind of earth myself, root myself. So my hands are down on the lap. This is a rooting, grounding action. And then I want to think about that sit bones, the feet are rooting, and I want to try to grow tall. My spine is the conduit for messages from the brain down to all parts of the body. So I want that pathway clear, and it's also the pathway for our prana, our life force energy, to run throughout our body. So just sitting up nice and tall, and today I am going to encourage you to start with a nice deep inhale And then when you're ready to exhale, open the mouth and let out the tension and diseasiness. And 2 more times, inhaling. Inhale. And then close your eyes and your mouth. And just bring your hands to your belly and begin to inhale deeply right into the abdomen. First, concentrating on that smooth, even, deep inhalation, getting the diaphragm moving. Then that sends messages up to the brain that we don't need to be in a stress response. Everything is A-okay. Once you feel like you've established that deep diaphragmatic inhalation, we then want to concentrate more on the exhalation, and we want to keep it super smooth and light, barely a breeze coming out of your nostrils. And that keeps the CO2 within our bodies, and that makes our different systems run more efficiently. So oxygen can get to the cells better, the pH of our blood is working better, and our digestive system is working better when we can keep some of that internally produced CO2 within our bodies. So now inhaling deeply, and then slow, smooth, shallow exhalation out. Inhaling and exhaling for the next few moments, just concentrating on bringing that relaxation response to the brain. And really trying to focus that attention on your internal self versus what may be going on around you. Once we have established a nice relaxation breath, start up at the top of the body and just letting go of the tightness and strain that might have collected in your face. So concentrating on that area, third eye and the jaw. First, actually physically moving the facial muscles to release some of that tension. And then working up into the shoulders, bring them up to the ears and down away, up to the ears and down. And then perhaps you can start getting your neck involved a little bit, slightly raising and then lowering the chin. Working within those bounds, don't take yourself into anywhere where you're creating even more tension and diseasiness. We're not working to our full range of motion here, keeping it light and soothing and calming. And a few more circles and just let the hands be loose. Bring the hands down again, rooting down. Just some nice little movements with the neck, first creating little smiley faces. And we want to think about that whole symbolism of the smile. So turn the frown upside down. Create a little bit of joy by just thinking about this lovely happy face. Even if you might not want to bring a happy smile to yourself, by just bringing a little bit of thought to it, you'll find that you can easily Give a little bit of this. Coming to center and then raising up. And just bring your head over each shoulder if you're saying no. So no to the anxiety, the fear, the anger. Know that you are a perfect being. And this moment is a gift. So no to anything that no longer serves you. Center, and then just slightly raising the head. Being careful we're not pressing really far back and putting more strain on the sweet neck, and then ear to shoulder and ear to shoulder. Creating a rainbow. Who doesn't love a rainbow, the beautiful colors? There might be rain, but with the rain is some sunshine, and that creates the rainbow. And then there's that beautiful pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And that pot of gold we're looking for today is simply peace and ease. And then coming back to center, bring your head to stillness and center. And then let's just come into a yes pattern with the head. Yes, we love ourselves. Yes, we are worthy. Yes, we are enough. Yes, we can and should and will be compassionate for ourselves, empathetic and loving and kind. Yes, we are perfect the way we are. And we're going to kind of start raising up that energy. We're going to bring our arms up, bring our chest forward, our heart center, our sternum forward, and then exhaling and just contracting like we're starting to form a little shell. Inhaling love and energy in. Exhale. Begin to think about creating a little bit of a protective layer, and I'm not saying we don't want to let people in, but not at the cost of our own well-being. Compassion, love, forgiveness, kindness, first and foremost for ourselves. So this is a little bit of a, if you think about it, a cat-cow movement with our spine. And we want to bring as much flexibility and movement to our spine so that we can continue to have a healthy body and all the systems within. And then bring your hands to heart center just for a moment. Once again, connecting to your true self. And there is a Kundalini Tai Chi move called Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is a twist and it kind of increases the energy flow in the body. I'll demonstrate a few, and you can either do this, but if you're really feeling uncomfortable, we're going to twist gently. So for those of you that feel like you might have some energy, you can bring your arms over the pelvic area and knock on heaven's door. This is the area of prana, and you move side to side. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed today, then we're just going to inhale at center and take slow exhales, moving side to side. We're moving the torso as a unit here. We're not spinning away from the abdomen, chest, and neck. We're moving them all in unison. So my belly button, heart center, and chin remain in an alignment. And that is because when we force other parts of the body into a deeper twist, you can, especially when you're not feeling super great, put yourself into a position where you might cause a little bit of injury or even more stiffness and discomfort. So one more. So if you've gone into your Kundalini, start slowing down. We're going to just hold for a couple breaths. If you're in the Kundalini move, start slowing it down and slowly bring yourself back to center and stillness. Otherwise, you are moving mindfully one side at a time. Just come to your other side and breathe here for a couple moments. So our digestive system suffers when we are stressed, but twists help to bring that stress response down again, because the vagus nerve is connected to our digestive system, our belly area. We want to relax, detoxify, let go of some of that gas, and then drop your hands down, rooting down here. Inhale up, and then exhale, just slowly side bend. Again, into the spine. We want to keep the heart center open. Rooting down with the feet, the sit bones, and the fingers on the one side. Extending the energy up the other side, right from the foot and the hip, up the side body to the middle finger. Inhale, exhale, inhale up, and walk it out. So always the heart center open. When we're feeling stressed, we tend to guard or try to protect ourselves by concaving over our heart to protect it, but that just causes even more strain and pain. So always heart open. Let's take a second. And then bring your feet flat, knees up. Inhale, lengthening the torso, and then exhaling, coming forward from the hips over top. So now my chest is on my thighs. Inhale here, and then slowly exhale, let the head round over into this gentle forward fold. My back is a little rounded now, and this time I can let those arms come down, and I'm protecting that heart center. So while we're here, we're breathing, still those deep breaths, and now we might be able to begin feeling that breath into our back ribs. And the back of the ribs, the back of the lungs have the greatest number of air sacs, but unfortunately, most of us don't breathe deeply enough to get the oxygen to those air sacs and then expelling. So concentrating on the back body right now as we fully inhale and then sweet, slow exhales. And then slowly bring the belly button towards the spine to protect our back. And then grab a hold of your shins. Bring the chest away, and then very slowly roll. And then we're going to continue to move. So when we're feeling stressed, important movements are those embryonic movements. And that can be shaking, rocking, and then moving in a figure eight. So we're just I'm coming onto my heels, just shifting positions. You could have stayed on those blocks, but I just want to have a little bit of more movement. So just setting up in a position where I can shake. You could stand up for this. So just shaking, rocking, breathing, watch the breath, and moving. Into again, just an easy sit, whatever feels easy, and then rocking on those sit bones. So starting up a nice little circular motion with the lower body, So the other thing that happens is when we're stressed, our body rushes all its energy to fight or flight, and the systems stop working as efficiently and effectively, and then change directions of that circle, really again moving as large as you can. So when the body doesn't work efficiently, the fascia also gets tight, and that can cause even more pain and strain. I'm just going to open up my legs a moment and just moving down to my feet and my toes. So set up with pumps, circles, rocks back and forth, working all the leg muscles, sitting up nice and tall. So as soon as you slouch, the energy drops and the strain just comes back. So sit tall. And like I said, you could have a blanket underneath your hips if you feel really tight in the hip area. You want to work from a position of ease, right? Not causing more strain. And then just sitting nice and upright. My legs have an inner rotation, so my knees are facing up towards the sky, as are my toes. And just stilling the breath, really activating the feet, pressing them out away from me. And then spinning my whole torso over to the side. Inhale up and then slowly exhale down. Let the knees bend a little bit and only coming as far forward as you can comfortably. So my spine is still elongated. I'm expanding to let that energy flow up to my brain. And then slowly walk it forward and bring both hands onto the shin. Again, just an easy forward fold, keeping my head above my heart. I'm not trying to work to the end of my boundaries, not coming into sweet discomfort, and staying within the bounds of just sweetness. And then coming to the other side. Bring my feet together. Nice space between my feet and my groin. I'm not trying to be really tight here. And just take a moment to again establish that elongated spine. I'm not forcing these thighs down. Sweet opening. And only if it feels good, take an inhale in, let that belly come towards the spine, and then just bring it down a little bit. So I'm not forcing, slight forward fold with my heart. My spine is elongated. It's opening up in the hips. All parts of the body are connected. And if you think about the top of the body, the torso, it meets, all those muscles meet from the legs and the torso in the hip area. So when the neck becomes, and the neck and shoulders become tight from strain, then guess what? It comes right down into the hip area. They're all connected. So we need to open this up and be sweet and kind. Really, the most important thing here is the breath. And then belly to spine and slowly come up. And then we're going to come down onto the mat. We want our heads to be in a nice position, so make sure you bring a blanket underneath the head, not underneath the shoulders, so that your chin can be neutral and you can maintain this airway. If you find that your chin is coming down to the chest, then you're closing the airway. Same if you're jutting your chin up and we create this curve in the neck. Well, you can't breathe. You can't let that prana flow. The prana needs to be able to flow from the pelvic floor up to the crown of the head. So this pathway must be clear. So once you're here, we're going to spread our legs a little wider than hip distance apart and just start thinking about the rib cage and the hips, and breathing in, we're expanding that area by opening up the abdominal muscles, and then when you're ready to exhale, we're contracting the lower abdominal muscles, bringing those hips closer to our lower ribs. So pelvic tilts, most people concentrate on the action in the back, press the back down, and then really overarch the back. This can cause strain. If we think about it from our abdominal muscles, because really the core is the belly and all the abdominal muscles and the back muscles working in conjunction and supporting one another. But when our backs are tight because we're stressed, they're clenching, and we want to just relax them. So by concentrating on the abdominal motion, the back muscles can just come along for the ride rather than being your initiators. And after a few, just bring it to neutral. So we still have a little bit of a space beneath our backs. Could slip a piece of paper in. They're not so tight down, but they're also not, we haven't created this huge hole. Bring the feet so wide apart, and we're just going to begin to further relax the lower body by bringing the knees from one side to the other. Inhaling up, slow exhale down. Try to slow the breath and slow the motion. We're not, again, going down to the most extreme of this pose. We're not forcing those knees down. Just an easy opening, easy movement, love and kindness, compassion. And if it feels right, you can stay down towards one side. Press the other foot down. So I'm over to my right side, so I'm pressing my inner left foot a little deeper into the floor. Give it a little bit more stretch. Inhale out. Okay. We love to play rough. Okay. Lay down. And then inhale up. And exhale, bring both knees into the chest. For a moment, press the palms into the shins, pressing the entire thigh into the belly area, and pressing, causing a little bit of resistance here. And then let it go and let yourself be free. Let those legs move in circles, figure eights, whatever feels good right now. Work on the toes. So we want to think about the far periphery of our body. So open and close the toes. Press the heels, press the toes out. So let that easiness come into the body. Let the knees come away from the body and whatever feels good. We're just going to stop and this time point the toes and press in. Flex the toes. Then we're going to keep our right knee in and extend the left leg out. Start with the heel pressing away and the toes pressing towards the face. Concentrate on the breath here. Again, this is activating the energy in the lower torso, so chronic energy. Also, the digestive system is being stimulated, so the vagus nerve with the breath can send messages to the brain saying, relax, relax, relax. Bring the knee over to the side. And we're going to bring it back to center. Keep the upper body flat on the mat. Grab yourself a block or a blanket. Bring it over. And now we're going to twist. So my upper body is staying flat, and I'm just twisting from my lower body. And I'm supporting it where it falls. So again, I'm not taking it to the end part of my flexibility and ability. You sweep here. Don't want to force it. If you find yourself feeling uncomfortable and pinching, ease up. Bring yourself more blankets and bolsters. This foot, I can just settle on the knees, just totally relaxing. Like supta twist. Supta just means laying down twist. Come back up, bring both knees, and this time give yourself a Barbie doll fit for a moment. Come back into those more extended feet, toes to nose, heels away. And this time my left leg is staying in, right leg is out. And those active feet, this strengthens the muscles. Deep breath. Bring the knee over to the armpit. Grab that block, bring it to your other side, bring the knee to center. Arms are elongated so my shoulders are on the mat. And then exhale and bring that knee down towards the other side. Next, on the inhale, bring it back. And just let both legs come out long. Stretching in our Shavasana pose. Focusing on the breath. Perhaps you can bring both hands to your belly or to your heart. Slow the breath. Relax, release. And arms down. And just really press the lower leg so that you're trying to stomp on the ground. Lift the arms up above the head and then shoot the fingers away from the body like you were having little laser beams coming out of those fingertips. So really extending the entire body. Take a breath in. And then on an exhale, relax. Again, loosen the toes, loosen the fingers, rock the fingers and the toes. Get that Lucille Ball face going on again. Bring your knees, feet down, and just roll over on your side into a nice little fetal position. Really tuck up. Create that little fetus. You're protecting yourself, your heart center. And when you're ready, bring the hands down, press up. Come back into a easy sitting position. Put up those blocks, blanket. Sit upright. We're going to do some Nadi Shodham. So Nadi Shodham is a breath exercise to balance the energies on the left and right side. You use your right hand. Your thumb is connected to your right nostril, your pinky to your left. You can always use two hands if you don't have the dexterity in your fingers. And just start with a beautiful inhale in and slowly exhale out. Bringing your right hand up, bringing your thumb to the nose. Inhale only through the left side. At the top of the inhale, close the left. Slowly open the right and then exhale right. At the bottom of the exhalation, just pause for a moment, then inhale through the right. Top of the inhale, plug right, slowly open left and exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, just pause for a very slight second. Inhale left. Pause, close, open, exhale. Inhale. Close, exhale. And continue this breath pattern for the next few moments. Final exhalation occurs on the left side. Bring both hands down. Breathe. Bring your hands into a sweet prayer posture, right in the heart center. Bow down. And we'll end with a metta meditation for ourselves, asking and knowing that we deserve love and kindness. We'll take an inhale in, gently release, and then repeat after me. May I be filled with love and kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be filled with love and kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be filled with love and kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. And I hope to see you another day. And hopefully you're feeling a little bit more peaceful and at ease yourself. If you like this Please share your comments, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.